Welcome to practice. I'm Donna Cavanough. We're going to begin on the floor today, and there is going to be some kneeling. And if you like to sit on yoga blocks when you're kneeling, just have those handy. Otherwise, I've got a blanket that might work. And there'll be alternatives if kneeling's not going to work for you. We're going to begin laying down. With the legs in a neutral position, hip width and parallel, legs parallel, and hands on the belly. Bringing your awareness to your breathing. To the rise and fall of the abdomen. Release your hands to the floor, and as you exhale, press your lower back into the floor. And as you inhale, arch your lower back away from the floor. We're going to keep going with that movement. You can keep it subtle or exaggerate it, whatever feels good. Nice work. All right, we're going to roll over onto the left side and just support your head so your neck is comfortable. And take hold of your right ankle. If you're having trouble reaching your right ankle, you're going to reach your arm towards your foot and your foot towards your arm. And if you can, we're going to ease the right knee back. Just make sure you're not tensing your neck, trying to help. And breathing deeply, giving a nice big stretch to the right quadricep. If you hold the front of your toes and curl them towards your hip, the stretch will be even more. Nice work. And then rolling over onto your back and onto your right side, supporting your head so you're comfortable in your neck, and reaching back with your left hand to your left foot. And taking the left knee back if you can, curling the toes towards your left hip. Noticing your breathing. Good. Now, from this side, we're going to keep holding your left foot. We're going to gently roll and see if you can put your foot down onto the floor. So you're on the top of your toes. And level your hips back to the floor. So we're just getting that extra strong little stretch. You might be able to even wiggle so you can get your left knee onto the floor, whatever feels good. Nice work, and we'll release that side and then rolling over, and we'll do that same thing on the second side. So holding your right foot. If you have trouble with that movement, the toes just can't seem to fit there. Just reaching, still reaching. Good. Otherwise, laying the tops of the foot down onto the floor and wiggling yourself into this strong stretch for your right thigh, your right foot, toes. Mm. Nice. And then releasing that side. Put your feet back onto the floor, hands back onto the belly. Taking some deep breaths now. Great. Either roll to your right side, sit up, or cross your feet at your ankles and roll on up. So we're going to be kneeling. If you're unable to kneel, but you were able to hold your foot when you were lying on the floor, you're going to repeat the lying on the floor and just make sure your neck is relaxed and stretch your quadriceps again. When you take a kneeling position, you want to make sure that your sit bones are high enough off the ground so that your knees are not in a really uncomfortable angle. And put your feet either side of your equipment so that your heels are pretty much underneath your hips and your legs are parallel. So often I see the knees want to go out wide. See if you can bring them in. And we're going to sit tall in Virasana, hero pose. Lengthening the belly, tops of the shoulders rolling back. Good. So if neither of those postures suit you, lying on the floor holding your foot or sitting in kneeling position, then sit up with your legs out in front. We're going to take the hands now, interlock them. Press out through the palms and shoulder movement without straining your neck. So keep making space for your shoulders. Keep straightening your arms and pressing through the palms. Pressing out through the index fingers. And then we'll release the arms. Change the interlock of your fingers, the other index finger on top. You might find the stretch feels different. Press out through the palm. Arms are long. And we're going to lift up, making space. Every time you encounter resistance, take notice of that. Having compassion, but trying to get your arms as straight as you can, really pressing out through the index fingers, relaxing shoulders, space, throat. Good. And then releasing. Nice work. All right, we're going to come into an all fours position now. Arching the spine up and down. Fingers are stretched out wide. Pressing your fingerprint. Exploring the feeling of movement all the way along the spine. Good. Come back into a neutral position. And let's do the spine sideways now. So right ribs head right. And then the left ribs head left. So emphasizing the movement in the rib cage. Nice work. And then forward virasana, where the knees are wide, the chest and belly fit out along the mat, and arms reach armpits lengthening, space between the shoulders, back of the neck lengthening. Mm. 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 Find flow. Nice work. Back up into all fours. Find a neutral position up and down for the spine so that your spine doesn't feel like it's sagging down to the floor and your tummy muscles are lifting to support that. Tuck your toes under and really powerfully using your tummy muscles to lift your knees just shy of the floor. Press your fingerprints. Nice work. Breathing deeply. Very good. And we're going to come back into forward virasana. So knees out wide, big toes towards each other. Torso and arms out along the mat. Connecting to your satisfying flow of breath. Mm. Mm-hmm. Nice work. Lift up, and we're going to come back into a kneeling position or a seated position with your feet out in front, just making sure that you're not hurting your knee. And take enough equipment under your sit bones to kneel comfortably. Great. We're going to take the arms up by the ears this time. And let's take hold of the left wrist with the right finger and thumb, forefinger and thumb. Good. And we're going to lengthen that left arm. And what are we doing here? We're bending over to the right side, lengthening the left ribs. Use your core awareness when you lift up so you feel really supported in your spine. Nice work. Back to center. Hold your right wrist with your left forefinger and thumb. And we're bending to the left side and really reaching, elongating the right arm, the right ribs, the right armpit, and neck is relaxed. Ah, enjoying each breath. Beautiful. And then coming up. And you're feeling nice and long in the ribs now, relaxing your arms. Okay, we're going to take the right arm up by the right ear, really reaching up, and then reach down behind you. So you're bending your elbow. Take your left hand onto your right elbow and see if you can coax your right elbow towards the center line of your body. And just notice the strong muscles in your upper body are probably pushing your face forward. Lift your face so you're nice and even, front and back of the neck. Good. And then we'll take the left arm out, rotate the left shoulder forward, bending the elbow, reach behind you, and seeing if you can get the hands towards each other. Ah, good. And then we're going to release that side. Whoa. And then take the left arm up. Reach up as far as you can. Bend the elbow. Take the hand behind you. Take your right hand onto your left elbow. And coaxing your left elbow towards your center line. Good. Looking after your neck and throat. So lifting the head, looking straight ahead. Good. Take the right arm out, roll the right shoulder forward, and then reaching behind you. Beautiful. Gomukhasana arm. And then we're going to release. And we're going to release from the kneeling and come up to standing. So you might be able to tuck your toes under from here. Push up into a squat and stand from there. Always, however, your movement may carry you safely to standing. Standing, and we're going to stand with the hands on the belly into mountain pose, Tadasana. Taking the shoulders up and back. Some little shoulder roll. Good. Feet are hip width and parallel, lifting the front of the legs powerfully. Just noticing how spacious you can make the belly, lifting the breastbone, also the heart, and enjoying the breath. Good. And really considering this center of the body. Noticing the breath moving in the abdomen. The strength of the muscle here that's helping to hold your spine. Good. And we're going to stand onto the left leg and we're going to reach around with the right toes as though you were trying to find something on the floor all the way around your standing foot and be ready to pick that up with your toes. So your toes feel mobile. Reach all the way behind you and even over to the left side behind you. Testing your balance in your left foot, left leg. Coming back to the center now and placing your foot back down in your Tadasana. Find again your center, the belly, the strength, also the softness. The vulnerability. Good. We're going to stand onto the right leg and the left leg is going to reach all the way around. As though you could pick something up with your toes should you encounter it. Reach behind you and even over to the right side behind you. Good. And feeling that beautiful power that comes from the center of the body, the core body, stabilizing. Holding you steadfast. Great. Find your Tadasana. Let's take the arms by the side. Lifting the front torso, lengthening the tailbone down so your lower back feels long. Lift the shoulders and then take them back and down. So the shoulder blades are reaching down. Arms are really reaching now. Fingers, top of the head reaching up. Feet towards the earth, head towards the sky. And breathing. Lovely. We're going to bring the hands back to the belly. Step your right foot behind you. Left leg is a little bit bent. You can keep your right tiptoes in contact with the floor if you need. Otherwise, lift that leg off the floor. So you might need to tip forward a little to lift the leg off the floor. Good. We're going to drop the right hip and turn the torso to look left. Lift the right hip, turn the torso to look right. And we're going to do that 2 more times to both sides. And you might need to land on your right foot every now and then. But try and hold it off the floor if you can. Ooh. Nice work. When you land, find where that foot is going to go before you put it down. Okay, let's do the second side. Left foot reaches behind. Right leg's a little bit bent and you've leaned your torso forward. And you're considering the strength in the core body as you lift your left leg. We're going to lift the left hip and then turn the torso to the left. And then we lower the left hip and we turn the front torso to the right. And we're going to keep going from side to side. Lifting back up when you come to center and finding where that foot is going to go. Stand tall now in your Tadasana. Release your arms, feet, fingertips towards the earth, top of the head skyward. Finding your satisfying breath. Really connecting to the warmth in the core body, the power that's available there. Nice work. We're going to make, how are we going to do this? We're going to do arms behind. So we're going to make a forward bend, but we're going to find our back bend to do that. So take your arms behind you and you might be able to hold your elbows. I can reach my forearms. Yep. So that we start to bring the spine into a back bend shape. Lift the front of your legs powerfully so that back bend is supported by your big leg muscles, your quadriceps. Feet are hip width parallel. We're going to look up and then bend your knees. Take your chest forward. Keep taking the chest forward so you could reach as far forward as you can. Feeling the bones of your spine are pressing forward. Now, we can probably only go so far before the lower back starts to press up towards the arms. So keep the lower back pressing forward towards the belly and breathing deeply here. So you find that position where you know you've got a good shape in your back, a back bend shape, and your legs have started to stretch. You're finding the deep breath. You might be able to lengthen a little bit more your torso, your spine, without the spine pressing up against the hand. Good, and then try and straighten your leg. Again, without the lower back pressing up. So keep pressing the lower back forward as you straighten your leg. Breathing deeply. nice work. Bend your knees and we're going to roll up. Let's release the arms. Remember which one was on top. Take them up by your ears. Urdhva Hastasana. Good. And then back behind you and the other forearm on top. Make your back bend. So send the tailbone down. Press the lower back forward. The arms are helping to press the spine forward. Lovely. And we're going to come into a forward bend. Ooh. Okay, now we want to feel that the lower back is pressing forward. The middle back is pressing forward. Torso is reaching forward. Plenty of room for the belly and the chest around the heart. And then we're going to start to try and straighten the legs. You can go one at a time, but take it slow, or both together. Lifting kneecaps, lifting quadriceps, lifting sit bones. Oh, enjoying each breath. Ooh. Beautiful. And then bend your knees and inhale and rolling up and arms up. Ooh, and then Tadasana. Nice work. All right. We're going to be holding the foot behind. And if you think that you're going to be wobbly here, then hold on to a wall. If you don't reach your foot, really try to take your knee, your raised knee back and your hand towards your foot. So we want to feel that movement of a little back bend in the right. I'm doing right side, lifting right side of the body. All right, so if you're lifting your right leg, we're trying to reach to hold the front of the right foot. And if you hold the front of the toes, you might be able to curl them as well towards the hip. Now, we did this movement laying down, but here, of course, we're standing tall. Find that awareness in your core body, the power there to hold you stable. Good. And we're going to reach the left arm straight out in front. You might be holding the wall. If not, we're going to reach the left arm out, tip the torso forward, just at the hip crease, and now reach your right foot back, taking the right shoulder back. Look forward at your hand. Touch your middle finger to your thumb. Lift your fingers. Beautiful. And then we're going to release that side. Tadasana. Good. So you might have your wall handy, or you're going to be lifting your left foot, reaching back to take hold of your left foot. And if you can, holding in front of your left toes. We're going to reach the right arm out in front from the shoulder, and then even tipping the torso forward. Reach your left foot back. Take the left shoulder back as you did it. Finding your breath, your stable core, your strong standing leg. Middle finger touches the thumb. Stretch the fingers up towards the ceiling. Look forward. Opening the heart. Feeling the core body. Beautiful. And then we're going to release that side. Finding where your foot's going to land. Tadasana. And come to sit down on mat. Help you practice that movement. Summoning as much wisdom and as much grace as you can. to a blanket. Bharadvajasana. The knees are going to be bent and the feet next to the right hip. If the knees don't bend that much, then have more of a mermaid shape. Classically, you might be able to put the top of your left foot in the sole of your right foot. But do what suits your knees here. We're going to lean back and really turn the belly. So bringing your awareness to that part of your body and noticing how you can move the skin, the belly button, the organs as you look back over your left arm. Breathing deeply. Wiggle your left hand in so you're sitting more upright, but keep that nice strong turn for the abdomen. And now the ribs, left ribs back, looking back over your left shoulder. Find the satisfaction of the breath. As you feel where your body can turn, as you follow your breath into this exploration of how your body moves and feels. Neck relax. Very nice work. Come back to center and then swapping thumbs. Your feet are going to be near the left hip this time, and they can be out straighter in front if you need that for your your knees. And if you can, the configuration of the top of the right foot in the sole of the left foot might work, but don't do something that's going to hurt your knees, twist them beyond their capacity. So challenge, yes. Pain, no. All right, we're going to turn, the other thing I've got is I've moved the blanket a little bit so it's more under the right sit bone. It helps sit you up taller to begin with. Okay, leaning back now onto the right hand. And the further you lean back, the more access you're going to get to turning the belly. So we want to turn the belly button to the right. Oh, really finding your stretch there in the core of your body. You can feel the skin stretch, the abdominal muscle, the gut. Finding your satisfying breath and following that now. Bring the torso more upright, but keep the twist in your abdomen if you can. And then turning again, following the breath. Bharadvajasana. Finding the wisdom of your body, your breath. What do you discover here? Good, and then we come back to center. Beautiful. Bring the legs into a simple cross leg. And we're going to sit tall and feel your core body and the work it does to hold your spine up. So it's not just the front, of course, the sides, the back. Lovely. we're going to wave our spine really gently side to side and imagine that you're leading the movement with your ribs. So especially the widest ribs down here near the diaphragm. So leading that sideways movement with your ribs and keeping lots of tall space for your gut, the muscles of your belly and your spine. Lean as far as you can to your right and then put your right hand down onto the floor and reach your left arm by your left ear. And we're going to open the heart towards the sky. And breathing, finding your satisfying breath. Reaching a little bit further. Lovely. Use your core awareness and lift up. Let's take the ribs side to side again, limbering up that part of your body. Make as much length as you can from the pelvis to the ribs, from the ribs to the top of the head. Good. Next time you take your ribs left, stay over to the left. Really lean as far as feels good. Take your left hand down to the floor. And take your right arm by your right ear. Lean to where it feels good and shine your heart upward. Lengthening lower back. Ooh, lovely. And come back to center. Great. And we're going to lay down. Arms on the floor beside you. Feet are hip width and parallel. Legs bend. With your exhale, press your lower back into the floor. And with your inhale, lift your lower back away from the floor. Okay. We're going to take, so press the lower back into the floor, lift the tailbone, and we're going to take the whole spine off the floor. And it's going to be bone by bone, as much as you can. And as you lift up towards your shoulder blades, keep lengthening the back of the neck so that the throat feels as spacious as you can. Press your palms down, lift the thighs, squeeze the buttock muscles. Good, and then we lower down, nice and slow. And again, think about it vertebra by vertebra. So you try to get a little bit of extra movement into every joint. Watch that the knees don't fly outward. We'll keep them flying straight. Back down to the floor and really relaxing. Just take a couple of breaths to let go of all of the muscular work of that body. Okay, and we're going to do another one. So press your lower back, lift the tailbone, and then you lift the pelvis and bone by bone off the floor. Feet stay in contact with the floor, legs are parallel. And then lowering down. Faces relaxed. Bring the soles of the feet together into Baddha Konasana now. Let's turn the palms up to the ceiling. Let's take a few breaths. this posture that looks after the belly and the hips. The calmness of the mind. Find the flow of your breath. And we're going to finish in happy baby pose. Arms on the inside of the legs, holding your leggings or your feet. And take the knees as wide as they'll go, feet as wide as they'll go. Pressing your lower back. Really a little stretch. Feeling each breath satisfying. Nice work. The knees in. If you had time for your own Shavasana, by all means, lay down and do that. If you need to finish your practice, as I do, we're going to roll to the right side and come up to sitting. Bringing your hands in front of your heart and sitting tall. And take the feeling of the practice with you. Namaste.